Hello and welcome to the Student Machine Shop. In this video, we're going to be looking at one of the more frequently used machines, and that is the lathe. Before I do anything at all, I'm going to first make sure I'm equipped with my personal protective equipment. Now that includes my safety glasses and my safety boots. Now, the lathe is most commonly used for turning, facing, drilling, and parting operations. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the main parts. First, we're going to highlight some of the key safety features because, that is priority here. The lathes here are equipped with a foot brake, emergency stop, and the guards. So if you're using the lathe and you need to suddenly stop the lathe, you just press your foot down and the lathe will come to a stop. The emergency stop, or the e-stop, cuts off all power to the machine if there's ever a time when you need to do that. There is a guard over the chuck. As a safety feature, the lathe will not start while the guard is still up. So if, for instance, you left your chuck key in the chuck, something you should never do, close, the lathe will not start until you remove your chuck key and close the guard. And there is another guard here to shield you from chips that might be flying in all directions when you're lathing. They might burn you when they hit your skin. So that's what this guard is for. Now for some of the other main parts. You have your carriage, tool post to mount your cutting tool, your chuck, which is used to clamp your workpiece, your start lever to start and stop the lathe, your tailstock, which has a tailstock quill to hold your drill bits or your lathe center, and hand wheels to move the carriage in the X and Y directions and to adjust the angle of the cutting tools. The tools you may need to operate the lathe are nicely laid out for you on a tool board right next to it. So make sure you put them back and there won't be any problems. Now let's have a breakdown of some of the do's and don'ts when using a lathe. Do ask when you're unsure. That can include anything, from determining whether your material can be machined, to determining the spin speed on the lathe, determining whether to use cutting fluid. Seriously, there are no dumb questions when it comes to your safety. Do make sure your workpiece and your cutting tool are always tight and secure. If they're not, you might have a potential disaster on your hands. Do make sure your tool is centered before you do any cutting operations. So removing sharp edges, make sure your file is in your left hand and file like this one. You don't want your sleeve or your arm getting caught in the chuck while it's spinning, like this. So always make sure you use your left hand, like this. Do report anything that goes wrong or looks like it might go wrong. Do clean up after yourself and return tools to where they belong. Don't be a slob. Don't leave your chuck key in the chuck. One of the very essential safety rules. Now this lathe here won't start with the chuck key still in, but other lathes might be different, so keep that in mind. Don't touch the chuck or your workpiece while it's rotating. As mesmerizing as it might look, don't. Just don't. Don't try to use a lathe for anything other than its intended purposes. If you're not sure if what you need done can be done on the lathe, just ask. Don't use compressed air to clean the lathe. Don't use if you're excessively tired, under the influence, or in a rush. No matter what you're doing, remember to always practice safety in the machine shop. Not because I said so, but for your well-being. Thank you for watching. Safe lathing.